trouble brewing in Japan that could make a real mess of the world economy over the next few months. Here's the whole story in 99 seconds. Japan has been quantitative easing since March of 2001. That's 23 years of continuous money printing. What's the worst thing that could happen? This has resulted in a debt-to-GDP ratio of 263% in Japan. Well, that doesn't sound so bad. That's twice the debt-to-GDP of the United States. Okay, that sounds really bad. After 23 years, more than half of Japanese government debt is now held by their central bank. Compare that to just 17% of the U.S. national debt that's held at the Federal Reserve. Now Japan has a big problem. With interest rates held so low, literally no one else on earth will lend money to the Japanese government. Well, doesn't this sound like a great time for Japan to double the size of their military? World War III hasn't actually started yet, right? Asking for a friend, all of human civilization. Turns out doubling the size of your military is really expensive and really hard to do when there's nobody willing to lend you money. And so Japan needs to end decades of easy monetary policy and let interest rates rise. That's why the current head of the Bank of Japan, Kuroda Hirohiko, is out of here come April, and he'll be replaced by Ueda Kazuo. They were going to give the job to this other guy, but he didn't want it. That might have something to do with the fact that whoever does take the job might accidentally trigger the biggest global depression the world has ever seen. It's expected that once Ueda takes over at the BOJ in April, he'll begin the process of letting interest rates rise. This means that the decades-old flow of capital out of Japan and into places like the United States could start to reverse. If money starts leaving the US bound for Japan, it'll cause interest rates here in the US to rise at a time when the Federal Reserve is already driving interest rates higher at a historic pace. This surge in borrowing costs could hurt an already frozen housing market, cause a wave of bankruptcies and defaults, increase unemployment, and crash the stock market. But the good news is there's no good news.